Alrighty, so in the pursuit of trying to catch up on Nidhogg relics, I have gotten the Light Liz relic. I probably should have got this last week or the week before, whenever I ended up getting Assault Mode Meliodases, but I thought it would be a lot of fun, and I'm still actually using Assault Mode from time to time in PvP, so I don't think it was necessarily like a bad idea. But this is one of the newer relics, so if you were interested in what it does, increases the hero's damage dealt by 10% and decreases damage taken by 5% for each applicable ally on the battlefield. Removes the infect from allies before the recovery from the hero's unique ability activates. Goddess and 7 Deadly Sins, so you don't necessarily have to use her with the Goddess team, but, I mean, the Goddess team does benefit from having her on the team. So yeah, the big thing here is that you want to obviously be able to survive long enough to proc the passive, so that way you get the heal, you get the extra stats, you can actually deal damage. So you kind of need to go first if possible. I have opted out of using Tristan because realistically, there's not a whole lot of ult control on this team, and Nanashi just ends up, unfortunately, being the better backliner. And I say unfortunately because I hate the fact that he is an unknown buffer, but you're literally only using him for his old school passive without the relic. So it just feels, I don't know, it feels like you're wasting a little bit by using him, but honestly, Tristan isn't a whole lot better. So we basically just need to make sure that we're using 3 cards each turn. So we're going to go with something like this and see if we can get rid of Estarossa turn 1. Not 100% sure that I'll be able to, but we have a level 2 single target. So haven't used the Angel team in a little while. I am running HP defense on Mael, and the only reason I'm doing that, I know a lot of the times you would rather run him on attack crit damage, is because I want Liz to kind of be the showcase here, and I want to try to go first as much as possible, because realistically, if they go first, more than likely you're not going to be able to get your passive off before everything kind of crumbles apart. So we will proc her passive at the end of our next turn, and we'll see kind of how it goes. He does actually have an infect. Oh lord, does that kill me? I don't think it does. Nice. Okay, we lived that, so that's great. We have to use 3 skills, unfortunately, if we want to proc the passive, though. So let's... We don't have our passive proc. We don't have any Mael cards. This is not looking great. Let's go for this. This. Does he have Tarmia Link on? Actually, oh no. I'm gonna do this because he doesn't have Tarmia Link on, I guess. I was thinking about it, maybe trying to get rid of Zeldris there, but I don't know. We're gonna proc True Magic on him either way, which is unfortunate. Actually not doing too bad damage before the passive goes off, so I'm not gonna hate on that yet. She doesn't have a debuff on, so he can't... I don't think he'll be able to do, like, crazy damage to her. Okay, not a whole lot there. And then he single targets? He does. We live that. Okay, looking pretty good. So now that we have our passive proc, we actually did pull extra Mael cards as well. Let's go for this. This, and then this to merge a little bit. Obviously, we don't have a whole lot of ultimate move gauge at the moment. I kind of wish I would have maybe saved those flood cards, but at the same time, we did lose a little bit of HP, and you can only proc her passive once, so once she's lost HP, it's going to be a little bit harder to get it back after the passive has gone off, but she has pretty good stats. We could potentially lifesteal a little bit, okay? We get 2 flood cards, and then we have 2 of the AoE cards as well. Kind of interested to see how this goes. All of a sudden, he is more interested in the Margaret. We're actually almost full health, so I'm going to go for something like this, because I think this will kill. It does. Okay, 140's not crazy, but it's not bad. And then boom, 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 boom. Only 1 crit. 131 there is not great. We have full ultimate move gauge now. 105 on the AoE. On a single unit isn't too bad. So it's not great, but I don't know. It's something. They I don't know. We'll move on. Alrighty, we have a we have a meta team, which is probably going to be a little bit tougher to deal with. I want to see if we can turn 1 kill Melee. I think we can. Ooh, I think we can't. I expected way more damage out of that single target card. Dude, he was gonna live that 100%. I don't think that was worth forfeiting. I'll be 100% honest. Okay, moving on, I guess. Alrighty. Okay, we have the Tier Melascula team, which is kind of interesting. We don't deal with debuffs basically at all with this team. Well, I mean, we have this one, so it's not like completely unrelated. Plus, we can't be stat lowered, which is a huge hindrance to the tier team, so we're actually in a really good spot here. Merging that is going to be a little bit unfortunate. I don't want to attack into tier 2 haphazardly, because if I do, he's just going to go sicko mode on me, and that would be very bad. So, unfortunately, it's going to take us a little bit longer to get Liz's passive proc, so we may end up relying on the Mael here a little bit more. I have noticed, though, whenever I did, whenever I did Heroes Arena last week, or this week, actually, technically, I noticed that all of the top teams have, or all of the top goddess teams that you go up against in Heroes Arena, they do have the Liz Relic, and it makes the team a lot harder to kill, just because she is so much of a pain. Ooh, I got disabled here, actually. I should have maybe merged the Mael cards, but we're doing some decent damage. I'm not gonna count that out just yet, but we're hopefully gonna rely on Liz at some point in the future. We actually might be able to proc her passive and use a card in the same turn this time, actually. So let's see this. Not too much. Dude, Tier literally can't do much of anything against the Angel team. It's kind of crazy. Ooh, might kill me. Yes, he kills me. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate, actually. Not happy about that. But while I was doing Heroes Arena, it does make them a lot tankier, which is definitely interesting. Let's do this just for merges. We'll break the... I could have potentially moved for Mael's ultimate there. Maybe a better idea, actually, but we'll just see how this goes. I mean, he's not doing, like, crazy damage with the tier AoEs or anything. Wish I could have got the level 3 off there, maybe. We do have ultimate. We can cleanse. He doesn't have a way to disable me, so that's good, unless I just attack Melascula twice, which I shouldn't do. But, yeah, I don't know. The in Heroes Arena, Liz was a lot more of a hindrance, so I can only imagine that this Relic is really good for Guild Wars, but I know not a lot of people actually play Guild Wars. Like, you know, I don't want to say people don't play Guild Wars, but people don't have access to Guild Wars is kind of what I'm getting at. So, here's hoping. Maybe I should have ulted on the... Well, if I'd ulted Scotty, it would have procced the res, or the whatchamacallit, the resurrect. What is that? What is that buff called? Either way, we don't want her to draw her ultimate. Ooh, okay, not doing crazy damage, but luckily it's enough to kill. Tyr on his own is still a threat, and he's missing a lot of HP, so I assume worst case scenario he's gonna kill off Nanashi. Not 100% sure how this is going to go. Okay, he actually stops my ultimate. It doesn't really matter because I have a cleanse. And then an AoE. So this is probably going to kill Nanashi. Okay, doesn't kill Nanashi actually. So not too bad there. Oh well, moving on, I guess. We'll see about it in the next match. Alrighty. Ooh, okay, another Angel team. His is more of like the passive sort of Angel team though. So I guess we'll just kind of see how this goes. Let's go for this, and then this. That should be able to pop res, I hope. Okay, no crits on that, unfortunately. Is that going to pop res? I actually don't think it does. We're at least going to deal some good damage to Margaret. Yeah, nothing crazy. No crits, though, so, I mean, it is what it is. I would like to try to get Liz's ultimate off if possible. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it this turn, or this match, because we're not merging into any sort of Liz cards or anything. But, I I do have her 5-6, so I think that her ultimate could do really, really well. But at the same time, it's obviously just going to be up to card draw and everything, so it's not going to be anything crazy. We do have another level 2, which is really nice. I can actually get my L ultimate very easily here. He doesn't have Nanashi in the back either, so I've got that going for me. Let's go for... let's go for this, I guess, because we're already pulling ultimate. If he stuns me or something like that, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but we could have potentially went for more damage, maybe. But we'll be okay. He does have 3 level 2s in hand, though. We pull passive there, which is good. We can maybe try to rely on... If he stuns here, which I assume he is, either that or he's going for a shield. We can just go for maybe Liz cards instead. We can merge and use both Liz cards and try to get her ultimate. Okay, so kind of not, I wouldn't say perfect, but that does feed into my plan a little bit. Let's go for, actually I have to target Margaret or else I'm going to get myself disabled because he does have Tarmiel Link on. He does. Okay, so let's go for this. We do have passive proc. Let's see some damage here. No crits, not great. AoE, level 2, full ultimate move gauge. Okay, not bad damage. I actually like that. Okay, looking good. We now have a cleanse. We have 2 ultimates. It's basically a GG. Hopefully there's no forfeit or anything, so that way I can actually see this ult do something. He has Tristan in the back, which... This is the reason why I'm running Nanashi, is just because like I wouldn't have been able to get away with getting another ultimate if he was running Nanashi. But I mean, I really like Tristan, I really do, but man, he just falls a little flat and it sucks, man. It's so disappointing. So let's go for this and see how much the Liz ultimate does. This is with a level 2 buff, so we get a 45% increase in damage dealt. Then again, increase on damage dealt is not as good as stats, but boom. Okay, 1.3 million damage. That's on no crits. That's on 5-6. We also get res, so it would be way harder for him to kill us. I don't think that was too bad. I think that was actually pretty nice. Let's do one more. And then I had a request once I got this relic to use the green Ludociel instead, which I think could be kind of fun. Obviously, Margaret is kind of a big piece of the Goddess team because of the cleanse and everything, but I don't know. I really haven't used that Ludo since he came out, so it'd be nice to get a little bit of use out of him because, I mean, he's level 100, just sitting in the box chilling. We do out CC here, which is good. He's actually running the Purgatory Melee instead of the LV, so I should be in maybe a little bit of a better position because I don't know. I don't know if it's really gonna make the biggest difference. Like, I don't know how well LV actually does against the Goddess team because, I mean, he does infect and he does have extra crit chance and everything. I would assume it's just like any other team, really, because he doesn't really lower stats or anything like that. He gains stats whenever you crit on him and rank his cards up. So I don't know. With this team, I don't know. I've said it 1,000 times already. I just don't really like the the Purgatory Melee on anything other than the Demon team. Kills Margaret out, which is really bad. We merge there, which is something. We're gonna have to push ultimate here, I think. I won't get the passive proc though, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's go for this maybe, just to get a little bit more damage out on the Deanne here. Nothing too crazy. 124 in geared PvP is not anything, you know, insane. We are down a Goddess though, so Mael is going to be a little bit less useful here. I mean, like, he's still going to do really well. His ultimate is actually insane, but he actually can remove my ultimate here. And we can maybe proc passive on Liz. Can I get another... Oh, I was going to say, can I get another Nanashi card? If I got another Nanashi card, I would have been able to get rid of this ultimate, I unfortunately am kind of screwed here. So I think this team is still a threat. I'm genuinely, I don't know why that guy with the LV team earlier forfeit. He could have had me so easily. It's crazy. So, or well, I don't want to say easily, but he was gonna live with LV, and he just forfeit for no reason. Like once you put up a Deanne Pont, like boy oh boy, is it just way harder to kill the team. So, okay, live that. Nanashi dies unfortunately, but we don't really need him in the first place. Mael dies unfortunately. We didn't really need him in the first place. Okay, Liz lives. We need her in the first place, so it's so unfortunate we couldn't get a level 3 here, but let's see how much damage this does. I mean, she's all alone on the battlefield, so I'm not expecting anything crazy. Okay, I mean, 345 is not terrible. We do get ultimate, but with true magic, stance up, ultimate in hand, I have zero belief that I can win this. We do have Tarmio Link on, which makes her really hard to kill, but yeah, that's okay. I'm actually kind of surprised he was doing that much damage, like genuinely, but I think it was because maybe he was lowering our stats. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that, but either way, I mean, we got to lose some every once in a while. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this relic. I know a lot of people have probably already written this one off. Not really a big fan. Completely understandable. Hopefully, we'll get some decent goddess support in the near future. But just going to have to wait and see. I'll try out Ludo in the next one, but we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. All that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next one.